The simplest explanation is if you choose the drug over everything else. So an easy way to sort of spot, say, alcohol addiction would be that instead of choosing to go out with your friends, you would maybe choose to stay in and drink by yourself. And maybe that the hangovers start kicking in and you can't go to work. So the drug, in this case alcohol, becomes more important than everything else, than socialising, than employment, and eventually, as the spiral continues, becomes more important than physical care, housing, paying bills, that kind of thing. So I don't think it's necessarily one thing addiction. I see it as a kind of a line, I suppose, a spectrum that you can be placed upon. The idea of addiction as a spectrum is quite useful because everyone is going to have a different idea of when addiction became a problem for them. And so in AA they talk about this thing called the rock bottom, which is when you reach that point where you realise you have a problem. Whether that's you lose your family, you lose your job, you lose your home, that something happens that says, hang on, what I'm doing is not right, and I need to change what I'm doing. But for everyone, that rock bottom will be different. For one person, it may be simply a relationship ending, a marriage coming to an end. For other people, that I've worked with, they've lost limbs because of injecting drug use, and yet they still continue to use drugs. So it will really be a personal thing that will be people's rock bottom.